Good evening and welcome to this edition of Drew Estate's Freestyle Live. I'm your host and lifestyle ambassador, Izzy Woods. Let's get into my panel this evening. Pedro Gomez,
Hello, everybody.
Willie Herrera,
Hello, hello.
An Fan,
Yo, yo.
and Jonathan Drew.
Bienvenidos.
All right, Pedro, we are back in the Dominican Republic.
Oh my God, it feels great to be back in Dominican Republic. I saw one thing that I can share with everybody right here, but most importantly with our viewers out there, when it comes to Dominican Republic, it's just as amazing as it sounds and as amazing as it is. So first time that I came to this country, it was the last time that I came with all of you guys over here. I fell in love with the amazing food, the local drinks, the tradition, the history, the natural beauty, and of course, the tobacco and the cigar that this country produces. For me, being a Esteliano from Nicaragua, it is a privilege to be with you guys right here in Dominican Republic because, one thing for sure that a lot of people understand, especially if you are from the Latin culture, is that there is a lot of similarities when it comes to Dominican people and Nicaraguan people. And there is so much that this country offers, and for us as a Drew Estate, we are so grateful for all the love and the hospitality that we have received on this trip. And we just can't wait to give you guys what we are preparing for you guys.
JD, without revealing a cigar just yet, what is this moment for you?
It's a huge moment for me. It's a huge moment for Drew Estate. I think Pedro hit it on the head from a standpoint of our conversation about the appreciation and the love that we've felt now for close to 30 years. We've been this traveling roadshow from New York to Nicaragua, and as we've branched out to Brazil or Mexico, all throughout the United States, Honduras, all throughout the world, in pioneering tobacco, in bringing different tobaccos together and processes, whether that's Kentucky Fire Cured with fire curing or Pappy Van Winkle with the barrel fermentation. We have done so much pioneering as a company, and so much of what we do is blended products. Typically, you see some companies who really specialize in like a puro, Padron, Hoya de Nicaragua, many others. Drew Estate's always worked with blended cigars. It's been one of our foundational pillars. So we're often bringing brands out that are conceptually driven. This time is the beginning of a number of dominoes that are about to fall. Now you're seeing a truly Dominican focused product being revealed tonight. And behind that, as the journey continues over the next number of years, people are going to really start to see and feel and taste and take part in what we're doing in the Dominican Republic in a much greater capacity. So I want you guys to think a little bit about La Gran Fabrica Drew Estate in Nicaragua. I want you also to think more about what you'll see on our guarantee seal, which says Drew Estate Dominicana. Think that. Think Drew Dominicana. Think the journey forward. What would your expectations be of Drew Estate? What are the minimum threshold of what people would expect of us in our pioneering kind of stature? Our constitution at Drew Estate is not getting stuck in the past. We love it. We are always super respectful of the journeymen before us, but we walk our own path, and we don't apologize at all for it. So this marks the beginning of something, forget big or small, something from our heart, and something that, as time moves forward from here, you will see when Drew Estate digs this deep into a country, what we're able to do. And the most important thing is that we're doing it together. Our company, our friends in the Dominican Republic, the tobacco growers, the processors, and obviously with our fans and our people who have been with us every step of the way. So for me, I'm super happy, pumped, and ready to get to that reveal.
All right. Willie, now you said in the previous show it's not in your wheelhouse normally, but this cigar,
It just hits different. It just smokes different. It tastes different. It's not what you think. I encourage everybody to try it and smoke it. And the feedback that I asked for, I've been seeing it, reading it, and everybody's like, yeah, you were right. It's different. And that's the goal. That's the idea. And as far as being here, really, like John has said in the past, we've always worked with Dominican tobacco, but being here and really diving deep and going out and seeing all these different processes and different growers and all these different seed types is just exciting. And what we have in store, get ready.
On fine. Now for you, this is some big bricks on your shoulders. Whole entire new brand. What does that feel like for you?
You know, for us, it's a giant culmination of a long journey. You know, John, you've been on a journey for 15 years, dreaming about Dominican Republic. I personally have been working on this project for about 3 years, and for us, we've dreamt up of something different. And for us, you know, for me personally, it's been a journey of learning. Coming to the Dominican Republic several times, getting on the farms, getting in the curing barns, and learning why all the tobacco is processed differently here for consistency and getting super high quality cigars. And for all you guys out there, from you retailers that, you know, rolled the dice and said, hey, I'm bringing Freestyle live packs, I don't even know what this is. For you consumers that went out there and started smoking the cigar and telling us what you think, including you, Nick Wong, smoking Safari style, you know, there's a lot of different things and it's exciting. And for us, it's not just about this milestone moment and this night, it's about the journey. And for us, you know, thank you everybody for joining us on this journey. We're gonna have a really fun night tonight.
We're gonna have a good time tonight. And as An said, final moments, we're about to reveal here soon. Go ahead and drop in your comment what you think it is right now. And we're gonna head into international news. And welcome back everyone to one of my favorite segments, International Scene. Ortiz, welcome back. And we're back in your beautiful home country.
Yes, I'm so happy that we're all here as a team, as the only Dominican. You know, this is my country. You guys enjoy it. You know, and then loved having JD and Pedro, especially you, Izzy, here in Dominican Republic, plus all the crew in the back. It's home for me. It's lovely having you guys here. And as always, international is the best part of the show.
It's the best part of the show.
Love it.
Now, Ortiz, with international, you got some new things that's came out and about since we were last on the show.
Yes. So we just came back from Hong Kong and Macau. I had the pleasure of having events with JD out there. Mm-hmm. Everybody loved us out there. I think JD killed all the dim sums in Hong Kong. There were no dim sums in Hong Kong. But we had great events. Everybody loved us. Everybody loved how JD took time to speak to everybody. It was a great event.
All right. Now, in terms of actual cigar releases, what you got for us today?
So right now we're showcasing the Year of the Snake, which you guys can go out and buy it right now. We showed last time the Undercrown 10. And something we haven't touched too much on was Bakwa. It's doing great in the Asian markets. You got to try it. It's to die for.
Now, Pedro, you've had the great pleasure of smoking the Year of the Snake.
Oof, my goodness.
So let's talk about this cigar. Tell me about it.
Well, you know, for me, it's a pleasure to talk about the Year of the Snake. First thing first, you know, one thing that we do at Drew Estate is acknowledge the culture and the tradition. And for us in the Drew Estate War, it was a beautiful thing celebrating with the Asian community, a big holiday, which is the Year of the Snake. For them, it means charms, transformation, and wisdom. So what we did in 2025, we released Liga Privada Serie Único Year of the Snake, a beautiful lambstail cigar, 7x44. We use very rich tobaccos that comes from Connecticut, in this case in the grapper, which is the broadleaf. Right in the binder, we're using the Corojo, Connecticut. And when it comes to the filler, we are using amazing tobaccos that comes from the United States, from Brazil, from Nicaragua. It is a cigar that if you got the opportunity to get them, you should get them from COH Cigars out of Hong Kong. They are representing Drew Estate in a very beautiful way, and I just can't wait. Maybe one day Ricardo can take me there to go and experience that Asian beautiful culture.
Well, JD, you got the pleasure of actually going to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
So tell us about your travels while over there.
Yeah, it was a great trip. I'll tell you, these guys touched on it pretty well. For me, the biggest walk away and the most interesting thing is kind of reflecting back to as Drew Estate started with so many of you in the U.S., acid was our, it was the tip of the spear for us. And certainly as the company evolved throughout the years, moving more into the traditional segment with Liga and Herrera and Undercrown and Nicaristica and other brands, the difference that was so mind-blowing is the power of Liga Privada globally. So Liga Privada globally and in Asia for sure, is bigger than even Drew Estate. When people think about what we do, it's Liga Privada and Underground, and then Drew Estate. So that's really different because here in the U.S., or in the U.S., it's always like, Drew Estate, the home base, the company. So Liga Privada continues to really become that kind of Cuban alternative, because we're not trying to be a Cuban cigar. There are amazing Cuban cigars, and there are amazing legacy and heritage families of Cuban descent who make tremendous cigars. But with Liga Privada really stands as this Nicaragua meets Connecticut River Valley. And that message has echoed throughout the world. In Hong Kong, we saw it like crazy, and in Macau, equal, which Macau is connected to, or part of it, to mainland China. So throughout that whole area, and speaking specifically to like Hong Kong, Macau, China, Liga Privada is crazy. And so it was a great feeling of pride that we've brought a product to market that really we love first. And secondly, that part of the world has adopted. They look for it everywhere. They know the different sizes. They know different Unicos. So a big shout out to the Nicaraguan team who produced Liga Privada and who drive the heart of our company. So it was great. Had a great time with the gang.
Great. Pedro, I'm with you. Next time we're going.
Oh, we gotta go. My goodness. We're not gonna let this guy eating all the dim sum. You know what I mean?
All right, guys. Thanks again, Ortiz, for being back on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Next up is events, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. And it is now time to hear about events, what's happening with Drew Estate events. But before we get into the events, I have a newcomer to the show. We have Javier. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name. So tell us who you are.
Javier Largaspado with Digital Marketing. And I'm here to, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Okay. So, Javi, you're our digital marketing specialist. In addition to that, you're going to be our new point of contact for customer service.
Yes.
So, everybody, this is who you will be emailing from now on with customer service.
What's
So-
that email?
help@dreweestate.com.
Perfect. Now, since you are also over support and all that good stuff, but this is events, and that's great. Tell us what's happening with this new swag.
This amazing in-store event swag that we have here today. It's an honor that I get to introduce this because I'm 100% Nicaraguense, and our colorway actually represents our flag that we have in Nicaragua.
The blue and white.
The blue and white.
Okay.
So we have a cutter and a lighter. This lighter is probably one of the best lighters that we have ever came out with, I personally think. And we have a travel premium leather case that you could put a handful of cigars in, your lighter and cutter, so you could go and show this. Look at this right here.
This is gorgeous.
That's premium, baby, right there.
This
That's
is absolutely
Love
beautiful.
that blue.
That's designer right there, if I've ever seen it.
Yes.
Or Tuani, as we like to say in Nicaragua. And this is representing La Gran Fabrica, which is in Esteli, Nicaragua, with 1 million hand-rolled cigars with our amazing family of workers that we have down there that are rolling. And also, you can't forget the hat. I know a lot of you guys like to collect and keep all the hats.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure you go to dreweestate.com, check out which events that we have in the city near you before all these are gone. I'm pretty sure some of these guys are going to pick up 2 or 3 before they leave the store.
All right. Events. But I have the event lady with me again.
Ooh.
My Thelma.
To your Louise.
Welcome back, Christine.
Thank
so,
you,
girl,
Izzy.
tell me what we got going on for events.
Look, 2025, we started off with a bang with Tour de Liga. I know
Okay.
we were all in staff. We were so excited about having this event, and it was a really, really special event. I believe we have a recap video to roll, but if you want to see the full recap, be sure to go to our YouTube to see a little bit of everything that we did there and what a great event it was.
All right, well, let's run that
roll.
recap.
It is Liga fucking time.
Here we go
Amazing
again.
time in Phoenix. I had
It
so much
was.
fun.
Both of you were there.
Yeah, so much fun. I loved it.
Oh, yeah, we had those educational exhibits with the Tabacchiatos for all of our expressions. Number 9, T52, H99 Hybrid, and Anniversario. JD, Pedro, Willie, and Anfan were there teaching you guys everything about what makes our favorite brand so special and unique within all those sub brands.
And for me, the food was just fantastic.
Food and the
Food was
drinks
delicious.
and the people. It was, it was a fun event.
Those
But
donuts.
those were good, and the root beer float. But it was so special.
Yes.
We decided to bring it to PCA.
Oh my gosh. So we're going to be in PCA in about 2 or 3 days from now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
I'm not ready.
what's happening? PCA. Now, Christine, you used to work
I
actually.
did,
We kind of took you away from PCA.
Yeah, I actually, I did. I play in the little trade show floor area. So now it's really, really fun to be on this side as an exhibitor.
Okay.
With Drew Estate. And bring
So-
some of the fun.
Tour de Liga will be at PCA. So for all our retailers, you will see us there with the Tour de Liga experience.
Yes, and we have Izzy, Willie, and Pedro running those experiences there. It's going to be really fun. The Tabacchiatos will be back. So, you get to experience what that individual wrapper leaf from each sub-expression tastes like all on its own. Just to,
Okay.
it's really special.
Now, what else do we have coming up for this year? Because we do have a lot of events.
We have a very busy spring
Yes,
and
we do.
summer
Yes, we do.
coming. So we also just finished Great Smoke.
Okay.
Which shout out to Abe for throwing a really great event. We had a good time. That little Renaissance theme was so much fun. Izzy and I came dressed on
Yes, we
theme.
did.
But coming up, we're kicking it off. We have PCA coming up soon.
PCA's in April.
Yeah.
Then we go to, April has a lot because we
April
have,
has a
I
lot.
have Texas Cigar Festival.
Right.
You have the Crawfish Boil.
Have the crawfish boil in Virginia.
And then May.
And then May, we got a lot going on in May. So we are actually going to New York. We're going to be in Long Island at the Swan Club for the New York Cigar, Wine, and Spirits Festival with Enthusiast Report.
Okay.
JD, Izzy, and I will be there. So tickets are on sale. So
Okay.
grab those while you still can. Then a couple of days later, we're going to Best Cigar Prices and Best Cigar Pub for Smoke and O's.
I'm excited.
And we're bringing everybody. JD,
Yes.
Willie, Pedro.
Me.
You. We're all going to be there, and it's going to be a wonderful time up there in the Poconos. So, again, if you can go, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
PA is definitely close to all of our hearts
Yeah.
there, too.
Look at Javi already trying to sneak in. on
I
the trips.
know. You know what? Maybe. Play your cards right. It's the Javier after all.
That's right.
But then in June, we're taking it we're going to be all over the country
Yes, we
this
are.
spring and summer. Like, we're just nationwide. So, Enthusiast Report again, Newport Beach.
Going back to Cali.
Their Cigars, going back to Cali, Cigars, Wine, and Spirit Fest, June 28th at the Hyatt Regency in Newport Beach.
Wow. That's already a full spring.
Yes. And we're not even done.
There's more?
July. July, we're taking it to Michigan.
I know. I'm
Pontiac,
excited about that
Michigan.
because I get to go back to the Midwest.
Yes, M1 Concourse.
Yeah.
That's Great Lakes Cigar Festival.
And that's hosted by Wild Bills.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun. Shout out to Michigan.
This is their first one. So we're showing up in force too.
Now, who all will be at that one?
JD, Pedro, you, me.
Wow. Full house.
Maybe Javi will be
Maybe
there
Javi.
too. Maybe Javi will be there too. Let's see. And then we kick off our first barn smoker, August 8th and 9th in Connecticut.
All right. Full summer planned ahead.
Yes. It's
Spring and summer.
going to be a great year. More after that, but
Okay.
we're busy.
We're a little busy.
busy.
Get your flights, get your hotel paid.
And we'll see you there. Let us know what you're going to.
It's awesome.
Yeah, let us know which
Where
one
can
you're going to
we
be
see
attending.
you?
Yeah.
Put in the comments.
Let us know. All right, Christine, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Izzy.
And Javi, welcome to the show.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you, ladies. It's
All
good
right.
to be with you.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, and welcome back. The moment that you have been waiting for, the final reveal. Pedro Gomez.
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about these kits one last time.
One last time, which is not gonna be the last time, but for everybody up there, Isola, and for everybody that is watching this show, first of all, thank you so very much for believing in Drew Estate, and most importantly, when it comes to Freestyle Live Special Edition, Drew Estate always go to the next level. And that is something that we always put our heart, our soul, and everything about the company. For this one right here, as for people that are not familiar when it comes to the Freestyle Life kit, it was a beautiful travel case humidor. We have a very nice lighter, a very, very cool dog tag, and most importantly, we have the blend itself, the blend of what the cigar is going to be about, the 4 mystery cigar in 4 different sizes. Everything could be about the swag, could be about the kick, but one thing that I can tell you guys is this. Everything comes back to the cigar itself and the tobacco that we got for you guys. So I want to give a big shout out to my man, Willie Herrera. Thank you so very much, man, for always putting the magic touch. And everybody in my hometown in Estelí, Nicaragua, La Gran Fábrica Drew Estate, thank you so very much for always putting the best of you for everybody out there to enjoy. So this is my question. I want you guys to drop your comments and you gotta let us know, what do you think that cigar is?
This is your final time right now. Right now is the last time you can make
Last
a guess.
chance.
Last chance, Willie. Last chance. All right, Fine. Are we ready to tell the people what this cigar is?
100%, guys.
All right.
We've got a new girl. It's Deadwood Dominicana.
Once you say La Canela is one of the most respected tobaccos grown in the Dominican Republic. So C98 is definitely a focus. We are using Criollo 98 in the blend. So this farm that we're spending time on today, we're really focusing on our Criollo 98 tobacco in La Canela, which is one of the most world-renowned areas in the Dominican Republic. Criollo 98 is driving the backbone of the cigar, the backbone of the taste, which is the heart of this blend, where most people, when they're bringing tobaccos, any new cigar to market, it's always about the wrapper and it's always about the country where it's from. In this case, what makes this cigar so special is the heart of this cigar, the story of this cigar, begins and ends at the filler. Everything about this blend bleeds Dominican Republic. That entire concept from beginning to end is Deadwood Dominicana.
We are so proud to announce this cigar. You know, you think about Deadwood, it started in South Dakota, and it was a small single store brand. And now this is one of the biggest brands in the industry. It's nipping on acid's tail. And this is a new frontier for Drew Estate. We are breaking into the Dominican Republic and making history. You know, I've been with the company for 9 years now. And, you know, I can name all the years I worked. 2017, we brought back FSG. First premium tobacco in Florida since the 1970s. 2018, we did Liga 10. We also entered the bundle business as well as the tin business. 2021, Undercrown 10, another milestone for the company. And then lately we've been doing Blackened, working with one of the biggest rock stars on the planet, James Hetfield, and putting out some exciting releases. But this one is another milestone. Just like JD told us, we are going and embarking on this new journey. This is a milestone in that journey for all you guys to celebrate. And when you think about the best cigars in the world, look, just like good food, good cigars are made with love. And we've put a lot of love into this cigar. We've made over 40 samples. We've been working on this project for over 3 years. And this is the culmination of all that hard work. You know, we're not the type of people who show up on the internet trying to look like we're having a great time. We're also working. And this is the work of so many people. And it is our standard of excellence that we expect out of ourselves every single day. Because we know we serve so many different types of communities. From you guys that smoke these cigars every single day, we want to make something that you love. You retailers that you know bet on Drew Estate to come in and bring you something hot. We got that for you, and this is the cigar. It's different, and like I said, open your mind, open your heart. This is the girl with the Dominican heart, and that's what this tobacco is all about. So when you think about Dominican tobacco and that special Criollo 98 filler, you know, when you go out to those fields in the Dominican Republic and you pluck one of those leaves out of the field, it is ridiculously oily. It sticks to your hand because of the quality of the tobacco and all the processing that they do to make a great cigar and bring you consistency. So Willie, this has been consistently one of my favorite cigars. Talk to us about like the smoking experience and why you love this cigar.
Man, it's all because of the heart. You know, like you mentioned, this tobacco is really special. The process that the Jose Mendez family does and gives to this tobacco, the process it's so different from what we're used to seeing in Nicaragua. And the way we ferment our tobacco, our broadleaf, our San Andreas, our Habano, it's just very unique, and it translates into the tobacco, into the smoking experience. And it's just, when you put it all together and you smoke the cigar, you're going through that journey. You're not just puffing on a cigar, you're going on a journey, tasting, you know, all the notes and all the hands and all the hard work that's gone into creating this cigar, this expression. I can't say enough of it.
Yeah, and you know, for all you guys that like different sizes of cigars, this comes in 4 different sizes. So you got your 6x50 Toro and your 5x50 Robusto. Those are your standard workhorse sizes. But you know what? You know, it's still cold out there in parts of the country. So we got 4x38 Pequeña for when it's really cold out. And for y'all that really love big sticks, we got the 6x60 Gordo. So this is a big release for the company.
Congratulations on JD. The reveal is out. This is the moment. Let's talk about Deadwood Dominicana. Let's talk about Drew Dominicana.
So in addition to Deadwood Dominicana, now presented to the world, what it finally is, we have a double header for you. For the first time, you are seeing a project that we've worked on quite a while. This is the Liga Privada Este Dupont collection. From a personal space, I want to go back to 1996 at the opening of our store at the World Trade Center. Amongst all the brands, amongst all the accessories that we had, Este Dupont, for me, I was able to sell this product, but as a youngster, 26 years old, at the World Trade Center, and you know, the big stock market dudes coming and buying these Este Duponts, buying all this incredible, I just didn't have the cash or the wherewithal. Everything I had was being reinvested back into Drew Estate. And I always dreamed that someday I would have my own Este Dupont. And throughout the years, just being a student of Este Dupont, seeing what they've developed, the incredible artistry from France. Huge shout out, by the way, to Les Mann, who's the head of the United States division. For us to be able to have this great honor, from what I know, in terms of the Ping L2 lighter, really only Arturo Fuente and Padron are in this class in terms of people who they've collaborated with and brands. So seeing Liga Privada kind of reach this milestone is incredibly significant to me. You know, one thing I always feel tremendous pride on is whether I'm at a barn smoker screaming at the stage that this is our $6 chuck with Nica Rustica. You know, we've always been blue collar. As a blue collar company, we've always made products and brands that were accessible to everybody. But on the other side of the spectrum, what we've developed in this brand, Liga Privada, now speaking of Hong Kong and Macau, and seeing the global demand for this brand, Liga Privada, and reaching this pinnacle with Este Dupont, for me, it is an incredible moment. You're going to be able to speak on all of the individual pieces.
Yeah,
what I want to tell you is, the one that you sent me, I got in Sag Harbor, and I'm walking around Sag Harbor pinging this fucking thing, no matter where I was, it's so beautiful. When one of the meetings that we had at the OT, our operations team meeting in Miami, I asked everybody at the table, I said, who here has an Este Dupont lighter? And one of the most surprising things to me was a few people said, hey, I have one. And there were 3 people who said they had 6 or 7, you know, and I said, I can't believe this. And what I've learned so much about Este Dupont is there are a lot of people who wind up really saving a lot of cash to be able to afford an Este Dupont lighter. And they get one. And it's something they're so proud of. They're part of the club. And, you know, I've seen it with Porsche or with Rolex or with other luxury brands. And then you have the people who are actual, like, Este Dupont collectors. And you look back at all of the Este Duponts when you walk in and you say, wow, this is art. This is art brought to life and connected, obviously, in the premium cigar world. This is such a breakthrough moment for not just Drew Estate, but for the breakout of Liga Privada. So you really, in terms of which ones are the chrome, walk us through it.
All right, so what you're gonna get in here is a whole collection. So that ST Dupont collection includes a Line 2 lighter, palladium plated, custom, and that one is also engraved. So it's numbered and also pings. It has that iconic ping that everyone recognizes. We know they have the Chinese knockoffs for $10, but this one is the real deal. Then we've got our chrome cigar cutter, also engraved, also custom, and that one will cut your cigars and you can put your cigars on them. On top of that, we got one of the top humidor makers in the industry to make an innovative, crazy humidor. So when you think Liga Privada means private blend. What is more private than your thumbprint? You can use your thumbprint to open that humidor. So guess what? All you guys that stash cigars away for a special day, nobody can take your cigars. Your fingerprint is the only thing that will be able to open it. We did include a key in case you forgot to charge up the lock. All good. But guys, this one's for the collectors. I mean, whether you're a retailer, whether you're Matt Dominguez or Chairman Lott, you're going to have to fight your retailers for one because we didn't make that many. This is a masterpiece. This is something we've worked on for over 3 years. And on top of that, for you guys out in the international markets, we'll have a little bit for you guys, so everybody can have, well, I wouldn't say everybody, but.
Okay, you said they can get it from their retailers. When will this be shipping?
So guys, this is an extremely limited collection set. And so we'll be allocating this out to each one of our territory managers. And so there's not enough for everybody, but I fully expect we'll get this out the door by the summertime. So 100%, you can bank on that.
Okay, everybody, we've had a great show tonight. You thought you were here for one reveal. We had several reveals tonight. All right, Pedro.
Oh my goodness, Isola, let me tell you something. When it comes to Drew Estate, you always have to be ready for everything. And for everybody out there, especially the people that has been coming to all our Drew Estate events, I want to say thank you. Drew Estate Factory want to say thank you, and all of us will want to say thank you. And the new swag that we got going on, Isola, that's the swag that I just can't wait to get something for myself. Because this is a new Drew Estate Nicaraguan swag. So every event that you go for Drew Estate, you're gonna get those. Those are the beautiful items. And for the amazing people right here in Dominican Republic, this is my lovely message. Thank you so very much. Que Dios me los bendiga y que Dios continúe bendiciendo la República Dominicana.
Thanks, Pedro. Fine, brand new brand, complete new line. How you feeling now?
Yeah, like I said earlier tonight, it's a culmination of over 3 years of hard work on these projects, and it's our dedication to deliver nothing less than masterpieces, whether that's in the cigar, whether that's in the experiences, and that's how much we care. We care about you guys out there. And that's really, like, at the end of it, I am so excited to get to PCA because we'll be reunited with so many of our great trade partners, and you guys will get to see the amazing things that we've been working on.
Willie, you blended this beautiful new cigar. It's revealed now.
I don't have to hold it in anymore.
Nope.
So I'm excited about that. Now I'm super excited about the PCA coming up and really get that one-on-one feedback from all the different retailers, consumers that managed to sneak into the PCA as well. And it's just, the first of many steps. We're working on a lot of stuff and just can't wait, looking forward to it.
JD, big night, 15 years in the making, Deadwood Dominicana, new cigar, new brand, and ST Dupont collaboration.
Yes, so first of all, earlier in the evening, I gave a big shout out to Les Mann from ST Dupont. I also want to take a moment to give a giant shout out to Siegfried from Mendez Family Tobacco. Incredible work that you've done in the growing, in the processing, fermenting this Criollo 98 that is in the Deadwood Dominicana. So thank you so much to you and your entire team here in Dominican Republic. And thank you so much, everybody. It's been a great night. Looking forward to PCA.
We're going to have a fabulous time. We will see all of our retailers in New Orleans in a couple of days. Until then, hit up your retailers. These new cigars are going to be shipping to your store very soon. Have a great night, everybody.
Drew Estate for life.
Shit.